Great Unicron. I have good news. The super crystal bomb is nearing readiness for detonation.
That is good for you. But I am still recovering from the scars Godzilla has struck me 2 years ago. You have not noticed.
What happened?
This monster was born by 2 renegades with light energy. Shantae and Ripto.
Shantae and Ripto. Wait! I've heard of that little runt before. Proceed.
They injected a shred of the Matrix in me to ship up all the base made from powered. As I reached a trigon domain, Godzilla speared its power against my exterior and hurled out of it. I have had to spend a time to rejuvenate my condition because of it.
I see. Then can my allies help you in recovering after I finish my task?
If your feeble-minded race can stomach the severity of my status, then you may.
Consider it done. Nasty Nork out.
Long ago, there was a country on Metrospheris, a planet similar to Earth. Dragonus Nui was once a prosperous and powerful land. Its resources, leadership, and peace led many lands to prosperity. But as the year of 1964 approached, it was a moment when it fell. Nasty Nork has plotted to overthrow the dragon government in favor of his Nork propaganda. He wanted his Norks to be on equal footing as the dragons, but has suffered many political scars due to his own deformities. He spent the past 4 years prior to the point to form a powerful front. Nasty Nork, with the help of Unicron, unleashed his insurrection against the dragons, with an abundant resource he's worked so hard for. Many dragons have tried to fight back, but the Nork's resources have proven to be too much. They fled to their portals across the galaxy to avoid Nasty's Iron Fist. Since the Nork insurrection, the dragons such as Nestor, Bubba, and Magnus with a baby purple dragon have fled to Earth. Their destination, America. The 3 dragons agreed to split in order for their secrecy to remain within Earth. Nestor hid the baby dragon at a cottage in a California farm until Reagan found him in 1966. Due to his political ambitions, Reagan handed the baby dragon to a young woman to care for him. Flan. She called him Spyro. Nasty Nork, meanwhile, sought after the remaining dragons in 1969 and teleported through a portal to the Soviet Union. He formed a pact with Leonid Brezhnev and Yuri Andropov that if he could help them decimate American forces, they'd be willing to aid him in his plan. Nasty Nork's retaliation was to create a super crystal bomb, not to destroy Earth, but to cleanse the planet's surface where all would turn into gems. More than a lifetime supply of raw material for Nasty Nork to use for his political promise. If he succeeds, then freedom will be lost. It is February 18th, 1983.
Welcome, Antropov. I have some news regarding the super crystal bomb.
I see. Proceed.
Its physical form is purified to the point of a mass scale. but its energy level is still not finished. It only needs 3 days to finish before we can send it out to this planet.
Will it not be finished sooner? The Soviets are growing impatient with the supercrystal bomb still unfinished.
My good friend Andropov, perfection requires patience. Once those days are up, you will see its fragments scatter all over the planet, and so much of its resources will give us a lifetime supply.
Besides, this energy is considered edible.
I suggest you leave us just a little time, but if you insist on pressuring us for immediate launch, we'll make sure to give you a free sample.
As you wish, Gnorc. But if we find out you are attempting to overthrow us, oh, I wish Brezhnev was here to see you like this.
Now off with you!
Gnorc, how long can we go about this temporary alliance before the Soviet Union realizes we're going to feed them to the supercrystal?
As long as it takes, Doctor. Energon tends to take an amount of time to process, even with the perfect physical forms. It all stems from both Primus and Unicron as the original benefactors of the source, and there are many variants that were made after.
Yes. Light energon, dark, amber, synthetic. The various sources we're using as our ammunition, energy, and food.
The question is, how is energon edible for organics? It has been for mechanical life forms.
Once this form of energy is processed with any natural resource, say you fuse synthetic energon with a loaf of bread, then you have yourself with a larger supply and can still be consumed like its former self prior.
Strange how this form of celestial magic can be used to create resources.
Does that make us robots for simply having energon?
No. If your robotic mind can't even recall, energon is essential to the universe, and many of its variants simply added much more to it. We're only using a variant of it, and we will test its limits to not only save our faction, but also get retribution against those pesky dragons, once and for all.
I hope this mission's not just a weapons carriage. I mean, I'm up for adventure, but when are we going to see big battles?
There will be in time, Spyro. But even now, there are more important matters than wanting adventure. Trust me. I only got a bite at Nasty 4 years ago in Iran. And my only mission was finding some blue turkey egg. A Godzilla egg, I should say.
If only I were older and joined you two, I would roast Gnorc right at the spot.
Spyro, how many...
Hello, my American friends.
Mr. President?
Everyone, welcome to our emergency meeting. What's the hot topic for today, President Reagan? Connor, do you mind sharing the intel?
After receiving further inspections back in Iran 4 years ago, I've deciphered some strange connections it had with the Soviets and the Gnorcs. From one of my hidden recordings that I managed to save before it got crushed, it looked like Nasty was planning on building a crystal bomb.
What kind of power does it contain?
From what I can gather from a short video recording, it says this.
This, gentle Gnorcs, is a supercrystal bomb. It has the spines that can store up to just a pound of synthetic energon in each one. Once the energy is stored to its purest level, it will scatter all over the planet into a crystal ball. It'll last us a lifetime of crystals for us to sustain and leave those pesky dragons out of the misery. And it'll start right here in
Are you serious?
Gnorc is mad.
Where do you suppose it's located, Connor?
From the way Nasty said it before the auto cut off, it may imply Berlin, a place in Germany.
This could be serious. We cannot let Nasty Nork unleash his nuclear monstrosity upon the free world. Spyro and Flan, you must go to Berlin and prevent that bomb from detonating. Whatever it takes to ensure the dangers of nuclear power is not to be used. Yes, sir. Whatever it takes. Well then, take one of our planes and head over to Berlin. We have no time to waste.
Nasty Nork, I'm at Kreuzberg with our soldiers keeping the wall intact. If anything comes up, I'll be sure that anyone who crosses this wall will be decimated.
Excellent. Now, do not let anyone cross the border.
Captain Metalhead, the Nork border is intact.
Good.
And we got snipers on the rooftops.
Nasty Nork has ideas for you, Dragon Scum, when he's finished turning this world into a disco ball. You won't know what will hit them.
Keep our profile low and find a landing.
What about flaming those Norks?
No, Spyro. Keep our profile low.
Why can't we just jump over the fence ahead?
There's a few snipers and can catch us if we're not careful.
Aren't they just snipers?
No, they have synthetic energon, a volatile variant that can turn anyone insane. I can't believe Nasty Nork would be dumb enough to ally with Unicron for all of this.
Who's Unicron?
A celestial entity like Primus. He made a deal with Nasty Nork to take advantage of Cybertron, dragons, and Migrandia Nui.
Well, we better take him out at some point.
For now, Spyro, we need to get past the wall quietly. We're getting closer. Let's keep our heads down. Spyro, wait! Hey, it's Flan!
Hello, fleshling fools.
I take it you're one of Nasty's goons?
You thought right, Dragon. But you thought wrong coming here.
Sorry for the rude visit without an invitation, but I got a Nork to roast for dinner.
How's your synthetic energon batteries going, Buckethead? You're gonna need some extras when you're all juiced out.
Don't try to mock me, Dragon. Nasty Nork has plans for your kind.
Come and get me, Buckethead.
How many times do I have to tell you that?
All of that synthetic junk. Good thing I don't do drugs. Hey, Junkie! Over here!
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro.
Huh? How did you know my name?
You mean you don't know? I thought Flan would have told you by now.
Flan?
I see. 19 years ago, Nasty Nork took over the Dragon Empire Republic in Midgrandia. We were the superpower of our planet until his uprising.
It's a long story, but I took him in after Reagan passed him to me before he became governor of California.
If we find the other dragons, we can restore our land again.
Yeah, sorry for cutting you off, but we got to... We'll explain later. But for now, we need to proceed into the next region of Berlin.
From what I can recall, it's where Bubba is taken by Dr. Shemp there.
We should head northwest from where we are. Fredericksheim is our next stop.
Mr. President, coming. Long time no speak, Mr. President. I hoped you'd come. And hoped old wounds would heal. Oh, I wouldn't dwell on them for too long, old friend. Even after what transpired 8 years ago? Mr. Nixon, are you still wrapped up on the Watergate? No. It's what our Cybertronian accomplice did in the Watergate scandal, if it were that simple, Mr. President. You know, there's no doubt in our minds Germany is a great ally in the war against the Soviet Union. But I'm more dubious of our alliance with Cybertron, especially with Bishop Ratchet's whereabouts. I don't see Flan or Ratchet having anything to do with Watergate. No, Mr. President. There's something dubious about the Cybertronian Republic. What if Flan is attempting to overthrow our government? Do you think there's something communistic about America, Mr. Nixon? There have been communistic ties in the past, but none would be at the level Cybertron is steering towards. Would they be a bigger threat than both the Soviet Union and Nasty Nork's alliance? I suppose there are. Perhaps it's just my concern we're heading to an inevitable era of communism. The idea where Cybertron would overstep their boundaries and claim our nation. Are you sure that's what you were so concerned about, Mr. Nixon? I believe so, Mr. President. Before you take a sip, I need to know you're well in your head, Nixon. We were so close to achieving great progress at world peace. We fought for so long. Many of our beloved Americans died because of the tyranny that slithers in every nation and overseas. Perhaps we may be too trusting of the Cybertronian Empire. If Ratchet really is as bad as Nasty Nork, we would have pressed him and his regime for the same reason. Communism is a dangerous plague that demolishes every ounce of freedom. Everything is one language, one religion, one nation. There's no freedom in it. Any type of speech it does not approve, especially the truth, is forbidden. That is the danger behind it. No words can be better said, Mr. President. It's just a warning enough. I appreciate your time, Mr. Nixon. Which reminds me, I still haven't finished my drink.
Metalhead has what?
Apologies, Lord Nasty. I just received report that Flan has helped defeating Metalhead at the Berlin Wall and...
Help? Who aided Flan in her fight against one of our high-ranking officers?
Well, I don't know who that little dragon was, but the Nork said it had purple scales, yellow horns, and it has a really stubborn attitude.
He could be one of the dragons who escaped Dragoness Nui and sought refuge on this planet.
A purple dragon living in refuge? Allied with the Soviet Union's greatest threat? Surely he's not so powerful like the other dragons we captured. But I'll see to this. Little purple mongrel is being put in his place, as you wish.
Good. Do not disappoint me, Doctor.
With pleasure. But what about Andropov?
Leave it to me.
Very well. Over and out. Get the traps and scouts marching, Major. Sir, yes, sir. Pretty soon, you pathetic dragons will see us triumph with all the resources your precious shepherd Terrador failed to deliver before he died long ago. Absolute eternal supply is at hand! Here it is, the Fredericks facility.
Indeed. We'll need to find a discreet way to enter.
Why be discreet when we could just charge him? Spyro?
Wait. Maybe with Spyro being smaller than us, he can make a safe entrance by masking himself and sneak in. You have another suggestion? I could distract the guards, in case if you get caught.
For Primus's sake, I'm in.
Right. Take that bush and cover it around you. Carefully make your way into the entrance before it closes. Try to act as if the wind was pushing you so the Norks won't be suspicious of you.
Wait a minute. What about your distraction part?
That'll be plan B should anything go out of hand. Now go.
You got it.
Be careful, young dragon.
What's that piece of bush doing? Beats me, Major. Wait, Flan. Huh? I know who killed Major, though. Whoa.
Right. Gotta keep going.
What? Indeed, Beam of light energy, huh? Wait, light energon? That damn android Flan made our way here. Should we pursue?
I got a surprise for you.
Ah, it's the purple dragon I was told
Sorry
about.
for the meltdown, but Buckethead's gonna have to wait till winter.
You're quite terrible at your jokes, child. Let's get the punk back away. I will deal with this son of the dragon bitches myself. Don't let these Norks be lonely, Doc. Time for a checkup, purple shrimp. Too bad none of your stupid friends are here to help you.
We got to make our way into the arena. I need to help Spyro.
Not while a wave of Norks are still piling up.
Then we'll shoot out as many as we need to.
You're nothing, little dragon. The name's Spyro, Doc. Ow! You miserable serpent! It looks like you forgot to take your Prozac for your recklessness. I guess we'll arrange that appointment. Think fast, Doc. Give it up, Doc. Time to pay your medical bill. Please. Paying my fears to the likes of you? Well. What a coward.
Spyro!
Flan,
What happened here?
the doc got away. Dr. Shimp. You know the guy? He is Nasty's hatchet man in his ranks and medic. Well, if he's Nasty's right-hand man, then this must be an embarrassment. Sweet breath of freedom.
Be sure to give yourself a vacation.
Oh, you bet, Flonny. Nice to see you, by the way. Wait, you know Flan? Yup, kiddo. How many of us are there, Nestor?
There's only 4 of us on Earth.
So, you, me, and this guy? You got it, sport. And it's Bubba, by the way, a former governor to the great dragon state of Peacemakers. You guys have your own politicians?
The Dragon Empire Republic did once. 5 states with each having roughly 5 to 6 cities.
And you didn't tell me that, Flan?
No.
Why didn't you tell me this cool stuff, Flan? If we could build up a rebellion, we can toast that Nork. You know, I'd be all for guns blazing like Terrador's storm of fire fleet. However, we need to make a smooth travel to Nasty's hideout. Luckily, I overheard Dr. Shemp's discussion a week ago that his hideout is located at a rural region in Frederickshire.
But you and Flan will need to take this one on your own.
Then that settles it. Let's fly over to the hideout now. Yep, son. You'll have to take this one yourself. Now listen carefully because I'm about to say this just once. You need to head up northeast from here and find the nastiest swamp pile. There should be a house in the middle of nowhere. But be careful, son. Sounds like a plan.
We'll head back to Berlin where the portals are connected for entryway. We're going to try and hack them so that any dragons we contact will make their way and take over the country.
Soon, there will be 24 hours left until I unleash the Super Crystal Bomb.
Nasty dog!
Shemp, what are you? What happened?
The dragons. The purple wimp. They assaulted our facility.
Did you at least scare them out, if not destroyed?
Well, it's complicated to say.
Well, that doesn't matter. The dragons were crystallized, as long as they don't find out about our hideout.
But what about the Soviet Union? They got to know so we can settle this war.
There's no time for that, Doctor. We've got to strengthen our hideout's hallways and ambush those fools. Besides, it's more satisfying for us to strangle the light bulbs out of Flaunt's Autobot skull. Luckily, Unicron supplies have helped us with enhanced armored weapons.
Right. About that purple dragon?
What about him?
His name is Spyro. That's what he told me.
Spyro?
God, this swamp really is such a smog.
This is truly an abomination. All the synthetic energon.
What's that over there?
A house?
Well, Bubba said it would have been in the middle of nowhere.
And the synthetic energon. Let's be careful.
Should we just smash it down?
It's a bricked wall. No sign of an opening. Unless
what?
a hidden piece that can get us inside.
You found it yet?
One moment, Spyro.
We got a super crystal bomb to stop. Why would the Gnorc spend so much?
Found it. It's right here.
Great. Let's go.
Well, this suit of armor seems to suit us well.
Of course it does. Nasty sure picks the right allies of war.
Quickly now. To the second room to the left.
We could have just rammed them.
They're using Unicron suits.
They can't be invincible, right?
No, but they're more powerful than Soviet armor.
These weapons. That's what they used back at the Berlin Wall. And Frederickson.
Well, we better pick one for ourselves, just in case if we need backup plans.
I agree, but I'll stick to my fire breath for the time being.
Oh shit, it's them.
After them. Not after you have your lava flow.
Get on the dragon or get out of the way. Oh, good Unicron. They're heading down the lower level. Don't let them get away.
Any more Norks around? Probably not.
Well, let's find that elevator to the supercrystal bomb.
Hold on. Let's find out where Nasty's lair is.
Who's that?
Governor Magnus of Peacekeepers, and Terrador's Vice Shepherd.
Well, well, if it isn't Cybertron's Autobot messenger. And who do we have here?
Name's Spyro, saving the world.
Save the world, huh?
Nasty Nork is sending a bomb, and...
I know what that bastard said.
What? You overheard him?
Yes, Nasty is planning on getting the bomb ready since he heard misfits like you pissed off Shippy.
Ah, you mean the doc?
Who else, son? Anyways, we ought to stop that crystal bomb from going off.
Can you help?
Offering any ideas.
I'd love to, son. But you and your friend need to stop Nasty Nork. I'll keep those Nork punks away while I can. Godspeed.
You got it.
Yes. Only 1 hour left. Soon, Flan and her little pesky dragon won't prevent me from starting a new age. The Age of Norks.
Spyro? Flan? Are you ready for this?
More than you can imagine. Hey, Nasty!
Huh? Oh, you must be that purple menace my minions have cried over. I'm still perplexed by how you miserable twerps made it here.
A certain dragon told me all about it.
What? How did Magnus?
What's the matter, Nork? Having trouble keeping your enemies closer?
Enough! Now is the time to end this. Can't win, Spyro. My communist reign will soon be absolute.
How about you give a share of it with other folks instead of keeping it to yourself, Nork?
Even if
if I fall to you, the super crystal bomb is secured already. You cannot stop it.
I guess we'll find out. So bash to the head.
Well, looks like the champ did it.
Alert! The super crystal bomb detonation has been disabled. It is set to self-destruct in 5 minutes.
It's over.
Good thing the doc is here.
We gotta get out of here, Flan. Wait! Magnus?
You did it, son. Now let's get out of here.
The explosion will be too big.
Huh?
Bubba, glad to see you, soldier.
Nestor
but how-
found your coordinates. Hurry in! Where are we? Ain't it Amira?
No! America! You're in the eastern half of this nation of yours.
After we hacked the Berlin portals, we got a handful of dragons who managed to escape Nasinork's grasp and join in to battle those creatures.
Those losers had no idea we'd be striking Flan! You're awake.
It is good you two are here. Nasinork's plan failed, which means he and his army are in shambles thanks to blowing the hideout. For now, we will recuperate here in America.
Just a nice breeze of California, ain't it?
It truly is.
Things have been less tense now that Nasty's left.
He's still out there.
Not without our newfound allies, Flan.
Nixon!
Just call me Mr. Nixon, young boy.
Still got grudges?
Actually, I wanted to talk to Flan specifically about that. I doubted you so much. Too much, in fact.
But what about my involvement in the scandal?
I've had a lot of paranoia in my mind for the past decade and a half. I thought Cybertron was becoming a little too keen to the Soviet Union and Communist China. A totalitarian regime, if you will. Our country's security was being obstructed by communism.
So, a fear over America's loss?
I was. And so did Wallace. We were concerned for this country's livelihood. I only pray that President Reagan can lead this country to a greater era of world peace and freedom. If not him, then Bush or whoever is tough enough to make it work. He will succeed where I failed.
I'll be sure to count on it.
Then we better toughen up, Spyro. President Reagan is counting on you and Flan. God bless you.
We're gonna show Nasty Nork who's boss. I believe you, Spyro. For now, let's enjoy the breeze.
I'll get my revenge on Basilika.
But first, I'll need to help my partner find someone precious to her, and then use her power to get back at my worst enemy.
Repto,
Yes, Shantae?
do we have a location on the key to Yalharix?
Indeed. The question is our most powerful ally ready?
Whenever you're ready to go.